All right. Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology once again. I'm live again on VL Astrology, a one-stop channel for you all where you get the news about the weeklies, the monthlies, as well as the yearly transits. I do the tutorials as well from time to time. Whenever I get time, I do it because that's my passion first and foremost. So, what am I here today going to be sharing with you? Yes, what is in store for all of us, the 12 signs, the ascendants, the month ahead, that is March 2021, the third month of the year. Yes, so fast actually, we quickly reached this month. As it is, we are having so many transits, and we are going to be having uh, festivals also this month, and it's a very pious month for many reasons. I'll be sharing with you. I'll be sharing through the North Indian chart as to what exactly is happening this month, the highlights of the month also. So do stay tuned. If at all you're a Vedic astrology enthusiast, I'll be sharing the both the charts with you, South Indian as well as North Indian charts, and it is the sidereal zodiac that I use to predict. That's why if you feel that your sun is in Pisces, but why is it in Aquarius in the Hindu astrology? So it's because we take the wobbling of the earth, and that is the reason we have 24 degrees variation. If in the tropical zodiac, you are a Pisces. In Vedic astrology, you are an Aquarius because we are 24 degrees behind. We consider the actual movement. So now coming to the highlights of this month, and I will be sharing with you the dates also, which are going to be a little, you have to be taking precautions on the dates. I'll be sharing that as well. And there are many things happening this month. I have made a presentation as well as the whiteboard. I will be sharing with you. So stay tuned. So here, okay. So this is quite looking quite rough, but yeah, it is just an effort that I try being on live. So it's the only way I can convey you the transit positions. So this is the Kalpurusha Kundli, the zodiac man that I have put up, and that starts from Aries. That is why it is number one written here. So we know Mars and Rahu are there in Taurus sign, and they're going to be in the sign for the whole month, and there is no change here. And all the planets are in Rahu Ketu axis apart from Moon. Moon has broken, and then the Kal Sarpa, the Rahu Ketu axis, which is so called the Kal Sarpa. So from time to time, until unless Mars leaves the zone of Taurus sign, we are not going to be having this complete break of the Kal Sarpa before April 14th. Saturn, Jupiter are not going to be changing signs. Ketu is also going to be in Scorpio. Mercury is going to be changing signs this month. I'll be sharing all the dates. I have made as usual, the presentation I will be sharing in the description box also. Please do go through the description box always, because there is something or the other, that I mentioned about the transit. So do go through the description box as well, and do subscribe my channel as well. Then Mercury is going to be changing this month, and so is Venus and Sun. I'll be sharing the dates through that presentation. One more change is happening, that is Rahu and Ketu are changing the Navmanshas from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini, Sagittarius. It is actually the Rahu is in Cancer Navmansha right now, and it is going to be changing on the 14th of March, the Navmansha, and is going to be entering the Gemini Navmansha, and Ketu is going to be in from Capricorn to Sagittarius Navmansha from the 14th till the 9th of May, and then we'll be changing the nakshatra also. Mercury and Jupiter are in close degrees on the 5th of March, which is very important. That is what I have made the video also on the same. You can go back and watch the planetary war. Sun, Venus are going to be at the same degrees, almost at the same degrees on the 26th March, which is again a very important because Venus is going to become bust, and it's going to become bust in the exaltation sign of Pisces also. That is why Venus is afflicted till then as well. Then Jupiter is going to be changing the nakshatra on the 4th of March. That is, it's going to be entering the Dhanishta nakshatra from Shravana. So it's going to be moving into the Mars's nakshatra. So Mars's position is a very, very important position to check when we are checking the transit of Jupiter. So we must see which Navmansha, which nakshatra they are going to be. One more thing is happening, that is Venus is going to be in somehow forming a connectivity with Saturn, because it's going to be aspected by Saturn in Pisces, and is also going to be touching the Navmansha positions of, say, in Pisces sign, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. So these are the three nakshatras Venus is going to be in, and is forming a connectivity with Saturn directly, indirectly again. And Saturn is going to be looking at this Venus as well. Now I'm going to be sharing the horoscope as to how it looks in the sky. So this is the horoscope of March 2021, 1st March. So here, no planetary changes. So you must make a note of the transit positions of through this chart also. Okay, I have to put up the, sorry. Yeah, now you can make out, I think. Yes. So I'll just minimize. Yeah, so that you can make out. So this is the North Indian and this is the South Indian Kundli. And if you can see, I have erected the Aries sign. And from here, you can make out where the positions are, and they will be, Sun and Venus will be changing signs. All right. I will be sharing the sign-wise prediction. But before to that, I want to share the presentation. Yeah, here it is. I was looking for this one. So here, if you can see, we have Sun in Aquarius from 12th of January till the 14th of, 12th, or this is wrong, it's 12th of February till the 14th of March, and Sun will be in Pisces from 14th of March to the 13th of April. Mars in Taurus itself in close degrees to Rahu on the 25th, 26th of March, which is very important, crucial one. So you have to take care of your anxiety and anger. Mercury in Capricorn till 24 January and went to Aquarius. It was Atichari, completed the span on the 3rd of Feb, and then went retrograde. Now in retrogression, it actually came back to Capricorn on the 4th of Feb and is going to be there till the 13th of 21st of Feb. It went direct, and now it's in the shadow phase till the 13th of March. So this is also very important. And Mercury will be till the 11th of March in Capricorn, will be entering Aquarius on the 11th of March, this coming month, that is March, till the 1st of April. Then Venus is going to be in Aquarius till the 17th of March and goes to its Pisces sign, exaltation sign, from the 17th of March. So from 17th of March to the 10th of April, this Venus is going to be in Pisces sign till the 10th of April, but is going to become combust till the 17th of April. So make sure that you are not making any hasty decisions regarding your love and relationships. Do not go overboard in making decision in impulse. Jupiter is going to be changing the nakshatra only, that is from the 4th of March to the 21st of May, and will be entering the sign of Aquarius on the 6th of April. So there are 2 Charan in Capricorn and 2 Charan in Aquarius. So that is why I've mentioned about the whole span, that is in Dhanishta Nakshatra till the 21st of May. If I'm going fast, you can just rehear and you can check the transit again. Saturn is in Shravana Nakshatra, and it is going to be in Taurus, Navmansha till the 26th of March, and will be changing the Navmansha also. So this is something which is very important to understand, that Gemini natives will feel the impact when Saturn is in Gemini Navmansha, that is from the 26th of March to the 24th of May. They might feel that there are Sadesati-like results they are feeling. So that is when Saturn is in Gemini Navmansha. I've already made a video on Dvadashamsha, so you can watch that video as well. That is quite an important video again. So it will help you understand the Sadesati or Sadesati-like results. Rahu is going to be in the Cancer Navmansha till the 14th of March and will be entering the Gemini Navmansha, and Ketu will be in Capricorn Navmansha, will be in Sagittarius from the 14th till the 9th of May. So they are going to be changing the Navmanshas. Kalsarpa will be broken only on the 14th of April. That is because Mars will be leaving the sign of Taurus. New moon is on the 12th March till the 13th March. I've mentioned the date. Please make a note. Purnima, that is full moon, is on the 28th of March till the 29th of March. Mercury is at war on the 4th of March You should read Bhagavad Gita, as I've told you, for the Graha Yuddha. That will help you. And Jupiter being a benefic wins here always. Remember that. Now, these are the festivals that I have mentioned. We have beautiful festivals coming up in this month. You must enjoy. We have Mahashivaratri on the 11th of March. We have Amavasya, that is the new moon, on the 13th of March. Then we have Sankranti, Meena Sankranti, that is sun entering the sign of Pisces on the 14th of March, which is again a very important event. Then we have vernal equinox on the 20th of March. And we have Holika Dahan. Holi is a very important pious festival in India, played all across the globe though, but because we have Indians all across the globe. So I can't say that it is celebrated only in India, but people across the globe celebrate it wherever they can. COVID or no COVID, festival spirit never dies. We must understand that even if we are having so much of problems, we are thick, we are strong, and we are sailing through all the phases, whatever we are going through. And definitely the compassion should be there. We should support the people around us in any which ways we can. And I'm doing my bit. So Holi is on the 29th of March. So make a note of this date. And we have Shivaji Jayanti also. So all these are the festivals. You must make a note of these dates. These are important festivals, and they have been taken from Drik Panchang. You can just do that. You can go and check Drik Panchang as well. So these are going to be shared in the description box. If at all you have missed it out, you must go to the description box and check. I'll be sharing the sign-wise predictions. So make a note of this transit that is happening on the, from the month of March. So what exactly are we going to be anticipating this month? That is very important to know. Number one is the Dhanishta Nakshatra transit of Jupiter on the 4th of March. So that is the main one. If you can make out, if you can see, we have Jupiter transiting through the sign of Capricorn only, but yes, it is going to be in the Dhanishta Nakshatra. So, and at war also, because Mercury already is in Dhanishta at that time and is going to be at war. So for Aries natives, I'm starting with the Aries sign first. So for Aries natives, your Mars Lagnesh is in your second house. So this will bring about some kind of, you have to take care of your speech. I have already mentioned this month also, because throughout the month, Mars is going to be here. See, the best time would be when Sun and Venus are going to be in your 12th house zone. So this is actually, the time when you will be having a lot of, you are having charitable bent of mind. So whenever Sun is in your 12th house, it will give you that, in your first, it will be in the 11th house from the 12th of February till the 13th of March. Half the month goes there. Even Venus is going to be in the 11th sign. So this brings about a light-hearted social circle. You are going to be affiliated with bigger authorities. Maybe some government jobs that are lying pending will be getting complete, or the targets that you have to achieve will be achieved. Whatever you have promised to the commitments in your relationships or your investments, you will be fulfilling all that during this time of the first half. Then in the latter half, you will have some, routines which will be dragging you down. So this is the time you have to actually be composed. You have to be more compassionate towards people. You have to recharge your batteries off and on, because you might feel very private in your affairs. You might be having, if you are traveling, see, there are people who are traveling. Somebody asked me whether, why you are saying about travels, but there are people who are traveling. They're pushed to travel at times. We have no choice, but we have to travel. So we cannot stop that. So there are times that you are traveling, so you have to be very careful while travels during the latter half of the month, which is happening from the 14th of March till the 13th of April. And Venus is from 16th or 17th of March till the 10th of April going to be in Pisces sign, which is exalted. But Saturn is going to be looking at, if you can see, Saturn is going to be looking at the Pisces sign when Sun and Venus are there. So that's what is going to be bringing about some situation which is going to be giving you some restrictions, some, you're introspective even more rather than being outgoing. So which is actually fair enough. If at all you're feeling so, it is actually going to give you that kind of positive energy to contemplate on the things that you have not done. um, See, when Rahu and Ketu are changing the Navmanshas, they are going to be in the Navmansha of Gemini and Sagittarius. So when it is, Gemini and Sagittarius Navmansha, if you superimpose, they're going to be in your 3-9 axis. So this is going to be bringing about some connectivity with your own people, communication. You have to be careful about your communication, mind your speech. It is going to be from the 14th of March to the 9th of May when they change the Navmanshas. So, it is like their transit is not on Taurus and Scorpio only. So it is going to activate your third house, ninth house activities. So maybe there's a windfall, maybe you're traveling, maybe there's a short journey that you have to take. So be careful from the 14th of March onwards, because till 9th of May, they're going to be in this axis. Also, we have Jupiter transiting through Dhanishta. Jupiter is looking at this zone also, Mars and Rahu. And in Dhanishta Nakshatra, when Jupiter is, so it is going to be bringing about some financial growth in your life. So that is going to happen from the 4th of March till the 21st of May, positive transit of Jupiter. So Jupiter transiting through the Dhanishta Nakshatra depends on Mars's position. So keep a check when Mars leaves this zone and comes to your Gemini sign. So that is also going to be giving you positive energy, positive month for you for multiple reasons. It's just that you have to take care of your travels. Don't travel mentally. There are people who are thinking too much. Which we cannot, because Aries people are very they're full of energy, they're charged up, they're childlike, they want that impulses, that aggression is there in them. So you have to channelize that aggression and that energy towards positive. So when during this month, when on the 4th and 5th, you have to take care of your mental setup, your mental bent of mind. Don't make any hasty decisions on 4th and 5th. There can be something which might just push you to that come out of that comfort zone of yours. So just plan and make a note of these dates. It could be that on the 13th to 15th, 13th, 14th, 15th, you can have some kind of clashes with your bosses, with your, be more charitable, be more compassionate. It can bring about some energies which are negative, which can give you some problems with the outside people, or you seclude yourself with, from people. So that is also quite likely. Then on the I don't see anything negative, but yes, 25th, 26th, 27th, do not get into any kind of relationship. Or if you're high on passion, this can bring about some problems in your relationship. Some break or initiation of a romance might be short-lived. So these are the dates you have to be taking care of. For investments, if you want to get into investments, you can do it on the 11th and 12th. These are two good dates for you. And 21st, 22nd also. They're positive dates for you. All right. So, dates are very essential when we are giving the predictions. We must make a note of the dates. They really help. And I really need your feedback on the dates also, whether they matched up or not. Thank you so much for watching my videos, Aries, coming to the Taurus sign. For Taurus natives, your Lagmesh is going to be getting exalted during this month. And it is going to be, to start with, Sun and Venus are going to be in the sign of Aquarius, and then both will be in the sign of Pisces. The latter half of the month is going to be better than the first half. Maybe, you will be feeling that you are more to the outside world. You want to make decisions regarding your workplace, regarding your relationships also. So all that accomplishing of those goals you're focused on will be actually a good attempt, good effort will be there from your side, keeping in mind more of the outside world. So this will be the time when you will be focusing on your work more and relationships less. But when Sun and Venus transit through the Pisces sign during the latter half of the month, Sun is going to be from the 13th of March, 14th of March, and Venus from the 17th of March, going to be, and of course Venus is combust, as we all know, but combustion means that there can be problems in your relationships or in your mental setup. how you look at the relationships, that changes, the chemistry changes, the bonding changes. So all that can happen because of Venus is getting combust. But yes, Venus is Venus. It is definitely going to give you that. It's your Lagnesh after all. So if you're feeling that you want to get connected with your groups, your family, your friends, you're very sociable, all that is going to happen when your 11th house is going to get active. Good for your investments also. I'll give you the dates, but you should avoid investments. But yes, you are more towards the community. You want to get connected with relationships, are on the fun activity more, and you are more on the impersonal tone. You want to be the people's person, and you want to maybe some progeny on cards during this time. You're more progressive about your ideas. You're going to be using those ideas and bringing them forward, and you will be maybe in that dream world also because of the Pisces sign getting active. Then we have during this month, we have Jupiter going into Dhanishta Nakshatra. Jupiter in Dhanishta Nakshatra is going to be positive for you. I have given the dates in the description box. Please note down. But from the 4th of March till the 21st of May, Jupiter is going to be in Dhanishta Nakshatra positive again. It is in the friendly nakshatra of Mars. Mars is under, some confusion right now. If you have to make decisions, you should be very cautious about making decisions regarding your investments, travels, your higher education. But still, it is very good for financial growth, because Jupiter in the nakshatra of Mangal, of Mars, is definitely going to give you that inclination towards making money, because Mars is, to start with, in the Taurus sign, which is reflecting financials, family as well. Saturn is not changing sign. Mercury is. I forgot to mention about for Aries people. Mercury is going to be from the 11th of March going to the Aquarius sign. So that is also going to be positive for investments. In case you have to, after 11th of March, it is positive. I'll be sharing the dates soon. Rahu and Ketu are going to be in the Gemini and Sagittarius Navamansha. Take care of your health. Once they transit out of this Cancer and Capricorn Navamansha on the 14th of March. So 14th of March till the 9th of May, they're going to be in Gemini, Sagittarius, Navmanshas. So that's the time when you will be feeling a little more concerned about your financial savings, expansion, but at the same time, some health issues can come up. So take care, make the best use of your financials, save the money, but at the same time, take care of your lower abdominal region, anus region. Some problems can happen during that time. So you can let me know if there is anything that happened of this sort, so that I get to know whether I'm on the right track to predict as well or not. Then make a note of these dates. When on the 6th, 7th, 8th, you have to take care of your health even more. These can give you some, you're more accident prone. Drive safely. Mars, as it is looking at the 8th house zone. Ketu is also going to be transiting there. So you have to take care of your driving. Don't be too rash. You can make decisions also rashly. Be rational, not rash. Um, be careful on the 16th, 17th also, while traveling, while making decisions regarding your deals, official deals, clientele that you are going to be getting connected. Maybe you will speak something and they misunderstand you. So on the 16th, 17th, lie low. Take care on the 28th, 29th also in relationships. There can be that in the love relationships you have more of confusion and misunderstanding. So make sure that you do not go overboard there, and don't make any hasty decisions regarding your love matters. All right. So this is what is the month looking like. I've told you about the dates. I've told you about the transits. So I will be making the videos separately also, elaborate ones, but and the weeklies as well. But yes, this is just a fair idea about the month ahead. So plan the dates accordingly. And yes, for investments, you can do it on the 16th, on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Good time for investments in case you have to go in for that. See, whenever there is mean Sankranti or any kind of Sankranti, when sun changes the sign, so you have to make sure that, You don't make any decisions on the junction point, 6 hours plus minus, when sun leaves a particular sign. So when sun is shifting from Aquarius to Pisces, don't make any hasty decisions on that time, or don't make any decisions if you can. Defer them to the next day. Suppose it's transiting out of the Aquarius sign on the 14th. So any major decision you can postpone it till the 15th or the 16th. That is better, because sun is weak and sun is at the junction point, and the junction points, the Gandanta zones, as we say, are going to be very difficult zones for making decisions. And this sun is Ucha Bilashi also, so definitely it is going to gain that strength after that. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, Mercury is going to be leaving your 8th house zone this month on the 11th of March. Finally, it has gotten direct. It was going back and forth in the 9th and the 8th houses. So it is definitely going to give you positive results when it is going to be leaving the 8th house zone. So this will be giving you more focus on, it will broaden your horizon towards outwardness, investments. You're going to be actually going in for higher learning. Mercury is higher learning also. Mercury is the karaka for education. So you will be planning something to do with education, and you'll be scheduling your adventure with Venus there, your, some kind of vacation you want to take, some getaway, so that is going to be there when you are in your ninth house is getting active. So this month, ninth house is active in the first half because sun is going to be in the 14th till the 14th of March in the ninth house zone. Venus is going to be there till the 16th of March. Mercury is going to be there in the sign of Aquarius till the 31st of March. So that's a long way to go. And the whole month, in fact, Mercury is going to be there. Your Lagnesh is in a positive dignity, is in better position, so you can utilize it. Be careful while communicating, and take care of your expenditures also with Mars and Rahu in the 12th house. Maybe you buy a gadget, electronic gadget, and it just doesn't work, or you have to return it. That can happen, but very good time to form a connectivity with the people, overseas clients, overseas people. That nexus or that communication is going to be favorable for you. Venus and Sun are also going to be leaving the zone of the 9th house and going to the 10th house zone, so which is going to be good for your reputation, growth in your expansion at your place of work, somebody who is going to be giving you some kind of practical approach towards whatever you're doing. Be compassionate towards your co-workers. You are authoritative. You're seeking that recognition. You'll be getting that recognition at the place of work as well. Positive transit this month for you. All the transits are positive because Jupiter is also moving towards the Aquarius sign, as it's going to be in Dhanishta Nakshatra. So Jupiter being in the 8th house in the nakshatra of Mars, who is in the 12th house, is also a good Viprit Raj Yoga, I would say. So it is definitely going to give you, excuse me, it is going to give you some kind of elevation in your stalled projects, or something which is not happening in your life, is completely, not is on hold. So that momentum you're going to be getting with Jupiter moving into the Dhanishta Nakshatra, and your prosperity quotient is definitely going to increase, and your monetarily also going to do better. So it is positive month for you for many things. Health is improving with Jupiter going into the Dhanishta Nakshatra. Venus and Sun are going to be in your 10th house. Mercury is going to be coming out of the 8th house. Though Mercury in the 8th house is not a dosha, it is not a bad transit, but still things are looking good this week. So this month, sorry. I do the weekly, so I keep on saying the same thing again and again, weeklies. Okay. Now, take care on the 9th and the 10th while making any decisions. There is a transformative energy that you'll be feeling. You'll be getting connected with some people who will be actually bringing about some change in your life. So it is definitely going to be a positive one. Then take care on the 18th to 18th, 19th, 20th. You might just buy something, impulse buying or impulse spendings, that you can make. So be careful about your expenditures on the 18th, 19th, 20th. Overall, I think it is good, especially on the 16th, 17th, good for investments. Maybe some money flows in, and also on the 4th and the 5th. if you have to realize some funds from somebody, this is the time you will be getting something. Do not get into any legal battles during these days, which I've mentioned, especially on the 4th, 5th. Avoid. And on the 30th, 31st, take care of your relationships. There can be some confusion, or there can be some problems in your relationship or your love life. So the passion is high, but there can be some confusion, misunderstanding. So take care. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this month is going to be getting better in the latter half, because Sun and Venus will be transiting out of this zone. So you have to check the weeklies. You have to check the moon's transit from time to time, what moon is doing, because with moon transiting through the 8th house zone or the 12th house zone might bring about some problems in your relationships, in your financials as well. But when moon is going to be transiting out of the Rahu Ketu axis, and when moon is touching Ketu, then there is a problem. Then if moon is touching Rahu, there's a problem. So you must see how is the moon's condition. Now this month, in the latter half of the month, things are going to improve, because from the 8th house, things are planets are going to the um, major planets, in fact, are going to be in the 9th house zone. So 8th house brings about, in the initial, for half of the month, you might feel that there is a lack of personal growth. You are feeling regenerative tendencies, addiction to something. You're feeling that you're uh, more focused on the intimacy with the partner, not on the superficial level, and not emotional about your relationship. So that is something which you have to inspect yourself, and you have to change yourself. You have to maneuver yourself. You have to master the psychological problems that you're going through during this time. But yes, things are going to be clearing up. The junk is going to get cleared up when Sun is coming out of the 8th house, and it is the introspective cycle that is coming to an end, basically, with Sun and Venus coming out of the 8th house. So you are going to be feeling that strength, that that practical level, you have achieved with Sun Venus in the 8th house. It's not negative, but you're going to get to know what people are, how people are behaving, what kind of how you can make the financials growth, how, because it's the second lord going to the 8th house, 11th lord going to the 8th house. So now you know how to make money out of money. So what you are going to be doing now after the 8th house transit, when Venus and Sun are coming out of the 8th house zone to the exaltation sign, Venus is going to be in, and Sun in Jupiter sign. See, Sun in Jupiter sign is not considered to be good, because Jupiter gets combust in when Sun is in Sagittarius and Pisces sign. Directly, indirectly, it does. So religious activities are supposed to be avoided when Sun is in Pisces sign. But yes, it is going to be giving you higher learning, higher meaning to life. You're going to be having a lot of clarity as to what you want to do now. Because in the 8th house, that was a foundational phase as to what you're heading to. Now you're going to be recovering from that, and you're going to be putting forward the activity that you have done in the 8th house zone. Now you have learned the higher meaning of life. Higher, that is why the house of higher learning, because after the 8th house, which is a deeper house where you find the meaning of life, now you're going to be implementing it in the 9th house zone when Sun and Venus are going to be. So the latter half of the month is going to be very positive for you. You're going to be attracting something which is going to broaden your horizons. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling as in, like, you're going to be expanding your horizons. You're learning more and more, which is going to be actually giving you more of courage to take the risks. Okay, so the risk factor is getting uh, you know uh, giving you that strength. So enjoy this latter half of the month. And Jupiter is also moving towards the Dhanishta nakshatra, which is ruled by Mars. Mars is in your 11th house. Again, it is going to give you financial growth. You are dependent on Mars a lot, because Mars is your Yogakara Graha, being the lord of the 5th, as well as as we all know, it's the lord of your 5th and the 11th. So this is definitely going to be giving you that kind of growth, and it is inclination towards making money out of money. You will be doing that. Mercury is going to be transiting out of your 7th house to the 8th house this month on the 11th of March. So this is going to be little, I will not say it's negative, but definitely it gives you that bent of mind where you have to be more communicative with people rather than going into your shell, because you close yourself when Mercury goes into the eighth house. Definitely you are thinking about financials, good for stocks, capital market also when Mercury goes into your eighth house, because Mercury going to eighth house is not a dosha. Definitely a good month for you, because latter half of the month, I would say, is much better. Make a note of these dates in case you have to make any decisions regarding your financials. Do not go take a hasty call. That is going to be on the 11th and 12th, especially, and on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd also. So make sure that you don't go overboard in making decisions regarding your foreign connectivity, your work, your profile change if you have to. All that you don't do on the 21st, 22nd as well. Some problem can come up on the 4th or the 5th with your clashes with your partner. They can be that you are more inclined towards intimacy and the partner is more emotional, or you are emotional and the partner isn't responding that way. It's just a superficial or a physical relationship only you feel, and you feel very uncomfortable during this time, 4th and 5th, especially on the 4th and the 5th. On the 6th, 7th, 8th, you might get some money. You might feel that you are now more inclined towards yourself and your fitness. So that is something that you will be actually looking after your health, Surya Namaskar, all that you will be doing during this time. Positive for you. Also, on the 16th, 17th is also a very good date for investments in case you have to do any kind of investments, initiate any kind of education, studies. You should be doing it on this date. All right. Take care and do let me know if it matched up. For Leo people, okay, for Leo people, this is something which is to be heard very carefully, because Sun is going to be in the first half in your seventh house, which is positive. But in the latter half, two planets, Sun as well as Venus, are going to be transiting your eighth house. So the eighth house energy is a transformative energy. Remember, there is more of, personal growth, regeneration. You are more focused on others' money, resources. You're more towards sexual desires. They increase with Venus also going into the eighth house. There can be some scandals also, quite likely, because Rahu and Mars are in the 10th house as well. So you maybe, with this hectic phase of life, you want to actually focus more on your personal power, your personal growth. So how do you do that? With Sun and Venus going there, you will actually be getting that mastery. You will be having that kind of inclination to rule the world. You will be actually, uh, whatever you're doing, you will be going into the depth of the thing. It's not going to be a superficial kind of a thing. It's a psychological predisposition matter that you're going to be handling. So positive for you when, it is on the, see, clearing up. It's like, the clearing up the mess, whatever is there, in your life which is negative, you're going to be clearing that up. So positive for you for many things, because it's an in-depth kind of a thing. It's an internal process that you're going to be going through from the root cause. Whatever is the root cause, you'll be clearing it up. It's for a month. So don't make any decisions regarding your place change, job change, or anything to do with the joining of a new job. If at all you are getting any new assignment, of course, you can't say a no, but you should be very cautious. It is the time when you can be very emotional. At the same time, you can be very, inclined towards the, more on the, um, I would say, making wrong decisions. So just be careful, I would suggest. Because what happens when you're thinking too emotionally, you tend to miss out on the practical aspects of a particular thing. So just look into the matters in depth. Don't do anything which is very, very superficial. So this will help you achieve that practical level as well. Okay, so that's why these videos might just help you, if at all they do. So don't be too superficial. Don't be too, uh, to go in the depth of the root of the problems that you're in, or the things that you're taking up, rather than just being. You think that it's over, it's all done, but it's not. At times you miss out on the nitty gritties, because of which there are major problems you face. Um, Mercury is going to be coming out of your sixth house this month, and it's going to be in your seventh house until the end of the month. So it's positive for you for making decisions regarding your financials, because it is, after all, the second and the 11th lord going to the seventh house. Positive for you. You might make decisions regarding your job or place change also. Because when kendras are getting active, especially in the first half of the month, there are many planets in the kendras, in the quadrants, in the angles. Venus, Sun, Mars, Mercury is also going to be there. Jupiter is it's moving towards the sign of Aquarius. It's in the Shravana, and it's going to be in Dhanishta also this month. So it is definitely going to be giving you that inclination towards change. Some major change is coming your way. If at all you have to make any decisions, or maybe your father is retiring or is transferring, or you're going to be transferred. Um, Take care of your health also. Maybe you're visiting the doctor. So you have to actually think about those change in a positive manner. Definitely there are certain things which are going to be positive for you. Some partner of yours, maybe you're getting into a relationship, you're going to be understanding the partner better. It illuminates, actually this house is illuminated with the sun's presence there, so you realize your own potential and the partner's potential also. Keep the ego aside. If you want to understand the person around you, you have to keep the ego aside. Only then you'll be able to understand each other. You want to actually be on a conversation mode. Otherwise it's going to be difficult, because Mercury is going there, so communication definitely is going to be towards harmony, and it is going to be more towards cooperative kind of a conversation. uh, Take care on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Don't make any hasty decisions regarding your investments, financials. You might make decisions emotionally, and you might lose out on your money as well. Take care on the 23rd, 24th as well. There can be some, travel which can be cumbersome, some problems. It's better to be indoors, I would say, during this time, because I'm supposed to speak this because somebody has pinpointed that I'm talking more of travels, which is insensitive, but I don't see anything insensitive in it, because people are traveling, people are coming out of their houses, they don't have any choices, they have to go out, they have to work. And they're taking journeys also because they're working. If at all they have any emergency, they are traveling also. So this can bring about some problems in your travels as well, so take care. On the 6th, 7th, 8th, there can be some relationship issues. You can have communication gap in your relationship, or you can have some problems in your relationship. You might make some decisions which can backfire. So be careful about your decisions regarding your um, love and love life. Don't just be confined to the physical aspect of a relationship. You might just be having some problems in communication, or there can be that the other person is more towards emotional side more. So that's something which you have to be taking care of. Overall, I feel this month looks good, especially the first half of the month, that is the before the 14th. After that, it's up to you how you maneuver yourself, and it is not going to be only emotions. All right, be practical. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, Mercury, first of all, is leaving your fifth house zone and is going to be in your sixth house zone. Sixth house zone is the zone of Mercury. Mercury is very happy there because it exalts in that house. So you will be actually having a lot of experiences which are, making you grow as a person. You're organized. You're not thinking of attending to yourself, your well-being. You're organized. You're meticulously planning your calendars, what exactly you want to do, investments. You're actually focusing more on the um, bigger things now. You're not just confined to one thing. You're not forming a connectivity with your co-workers. You're going to be conversing with people. You're going to be making money also. You're going to be thinking of investments, growth, projects in your hand. So definitely a positive month for you for that reason. Um, Even sun is going to be in your see, sixth house zone is good. Venus is not happy there, so Venus is going to be in exaltation sign after the 17th of after the 17th of March. Yes, Venus is going to be from the 17th of March in your seventh house zone, which is positive. Before to that, of course, there are, it's like Venus in debilitation sign, but Mercury is also going to be joining, so it gets cancelled. Whatever decisions you have to make, before the 14th, you can make regarding your projects that are in hand, your investments. Don't go overboard after the 14th of March. You might just, make wrong decisions and it might just backfire. So you have to basically understand the scenario yourself, analyze what exactly is happening around you. With your business partner, you can have some, you see a bigger potential when sun is going to be transiting your seventh house zone. Definitely it is positive for you, but at the same time you have to analyze the whole thing yourself. Maybe the partner is having some troubles, or he's having his stars, are not synchronizing well with you, because it's the ego clashes which come up with sun going to your seventh house zone. Even Venus is going to be there, so it's good time. It's a good potential to meet a partner, get into a relationship, companionship. The energies that you need are going to be, you're going to be focusing on that. You're going to be focusing on both of you, not on just one thing, or not on just yourself. Expand your horizon, be charitable, be compassionate, because it is, after all, the sign owned by Jupiter, and you have to be more on the interactions, not on the closed, emotions. Okay, so be more harmonizing, be more, because it's the seventh house after all. So you have to balance out things. You have to be more towards people's person. Okay, so it will help you grow as well. Mercury is, as I told you, going to be in your, sixth house zone, and Rahu Ketu are going to be changing Navmansha. So at the place of work, you can have some confusion. So make sure that you don't make hasty decisions. The dates I've mentioned in the beginning part, and in the description box, I'll be sharing as well. Mars is going to be changing signs only in April and will be breaking the Kal Sarpa. So good for you for making decisions regarding your investments. And if you have to go in for some higher education, maybe you are thinking of pursuing your education, so you can initiate after Rahu Ketu, they change the Navmansha. So that is also happening this month. So it's positive. Jupiter is going to be changing the nakshatra. So Jupiter's changing nakshatra is positive for you for many reasons. A, it is going to give you elevation at the place of work. B, it is going to be good for children. If you have to plan your progeny, it is going to be possible. If at all you have to start any treatment and, for conception, you can do it at that time. And Sun is also going to be in Jupiter's sign, in the latter half of the month. So that's the time when you can plan progeny, childbirth, and it is going to be giving you some elevation at the place of work also. Good chemistry and bonding with your father and your siblings as well. So you can utilize all these and make the best use of this month. Just be careful on the 16th, 17th. Do not make any hasty decisions regarding your investments, buying property. You can make wrong choices while doing any kind of investments. Also make sure that on the 25th, 25th, 26th, 27th, do not plan any kind of investments. Do not get into any kind of arguments. Drive safely, especially on these dates. Take care of your eyesight also. There can be some problem in the eyesight. Also on the 9th and 10th, there can be clashes with your partner. So do not get carried away, just pacify and patch up. It's better to, it's always better to have, make, peace, okay, not war. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, your Lagnesh is going to be transiting the sixth house, which is not considered to be that great after the 17th of this month, because it's going to be till the 10th of April in the Pisces sign, exalted though. But it is going to be in the sixth house zone, which is considered to be the fall of Venus, which is the debilitation sign of Venus. So it brings about some problems in relationships though. At the same time, you lose that worth of yourself, and you don't realize the worth of the other person also. So or maybe your lust gets subdued. You have a lot of lust. So in Pisces sign, that is why Venus exalts, because it's Jupiter's sign, and Jupiter Venus are together, are same, if the minus the lust. When Venus is minus the lust in Pisces sign, it brings about a beautiful Jupiter. So it is definitely going to be bringing about some organized path that some clarity you'll be getting. It's good for you. Your efficiency will increase with sun going to the sixth house as well in the latter half. Before to that, you can have some problems related to your, to your creativity, but you will definitely be more creative. If at all, Venus is also with Sun. Venus is combust though, but it's good for children. For children, if you're artistic, if you have that artistic bent of mind. At the same time, this also brings about some progeny. If at all Sun is there, some progeny on your way, some good news, some amusement, some game, some creativity, expression of love, romance is on high till the 17th of March, especially. But then, obviously, in the sixth house zone, you feel that, there is going to be lack of clarity on your own self, health, relationships. They suffer with Venus going there, being Venus in combustion also. But Sun is going to give you a lot of clarity on the other side, because it gets jumbled up. Why? Because Venus is other, it's going left, and Sun is going right. So what happens, we have to conclude with who's getting stronger. Venus is exalted, but at the same time, Venus is in combustion. So the Karak Tattvas, that is the significations of Venus, suffer in the sixth house zone. And as it is the debilitation sign of zone of, not sign, but zone, sixth house. Venus debilitates. But you have to be careful about two things, that is relationships and investments. Plan your calendar. Do not get into any kind of scandal at the place of work with your coworkers, especially. There can be something that can bother you. Saturn is also looking at the Pisces sign. So you have to restrict yourself, organize yourself, be disciplined. If at all you have to make any decisions regarding your workplace, you should be taking a call twice, think twice, thrice, then make a decision. Because this is like, your ego is sort of tied up here. So you have to make decisions very cautiously. Also, your efficiency is going to increase with Sun transiting through the sixth house zone. It brings about your physical well-being improving. And Mercury is also going to be transiting out of the fourth house, and it's going to be transiting your fifth house zone. Definitely positive for investments, for buying, purchasing of property, land, or you have to go in for some higher education. So it's positive for you. Some balancing effect is there with the Mercury. Obviously, Mercury going to the fifth house will give you that, zeal to study more and, see the right path. Pick and choose the subjects that you want to, because it's now leaving the Saturn. Saturn restricts, Saturn compels you to do things also, that you have to do this way and that way. It's the strict taskmaster. So when Mercury is not independent, it is not able to function, with Saturn. So even if it's a friendly zone, so you have to make decisions regarding your education after Mercury transits, on the 11th to the fifth house of yours. So that is going to be helpful. Mars is in your eighth house, Rahu is there, so a lot of energy there. I would say if you have to make any decisions regarding your property sale, purchase, you should be taking it now, because Rahu Mars combination expands those things. So you can do that. Somebody told me that there's an exchange forming between Rahu and Venus with Aquarius transit of Venus. But I feel that, Rahu being in Venus's sign doesn't only mean that, it is Venus is in Aquarius in Rahu sign, because Rahu Ketu don't have the astitva, they don't have any mass, so they generally, even if they're aspecting at a particular point. So we cannot give the whole cabinet of Aquarius to Rahu. So I will not consider the exchange of Rahu and Venus. Just make a note of the dates, which you have to be a little extra cautious about, especially on the 18th, 19th, 20th. Do not make any decisions regarding your sale, purchase of property, land, investments, travels. Okay. Traveling is happening. That's why I'm using this. Then you have to be extra cautious on the 28th, 29th as well, while making decisions regarding your clientele, serving people, or maybe you're going to be making wrong decisions regarding your workplace. Also on the 11th and 12th, there can be some clashes with your partner. So make sure that you don't pick up any kind of arguments that day. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this month is going to be good for you because Mars is going to be throughout aspecting your first house. Ketu is there to take care of while driving because Ketu gives suddenness. Ketu does give you that elevation also because Ketu is the flag, the flagship. The flag is, it represents the leadership. So you are going to be maybe the leader, you're going to be getting that kind of authority at the place of work because Sun is also in the Kendra till the 15th or 14th of March. Definitely a positive month for you for many reasons. Mercury is going to be coming out of the third house and going to be in the fourth house, good for education, initiation of education. Uh, Jupiter is going to be in Dhanishta Nakshatra after the 4th of March. Positive for you again. You will be making decisions regarding your investments, regarding your financials, movement, place change, expanding yourself. Very good month for you, I would say. Rahu Ketu are going to be changing Navpansha. That is the only time when you have to be careful about your health, your teeth region, your face region, or the there can be some scandal that you can get entrapped in. I've given the dates initially. I'll mention in the description box as well after the video gets uploaded. I will be mentioning all the dates. I do mention all the dates meticulously. I try doing that without any mistake so that you people are aware of the transit positions, exactly what's happening. Then we have what else is changing? Saturn is going to be looking at the fifth house when Venus and Sun transit through the fifth house zone. Good for progeny, childbirth, initiation of education, love, romance. But at the same time, if you're already in a love and romance, this can bring about some confusion and problems in your relationship. Some confusion, as in like you will be maybe saying something egoistically, and then that person is not happy with it and just wants to part away. So you have to be keeping your ego aside with Sun, because Sun is going to be predominant here. It's going to be giving you that kind of inclination towards the ego clashes even more. So you have to be more expressive creatively rather than just going rough. Okay. You can be more on the the lust can be more, so be careful about your uh, lust factor as well. Everything is going to be perfect. I'm sure this month is good for you. For Scorpio natives, Mars is gaining the strength, at least till the time Mars is here. Once Mars goes in the 8th house, we'll discuss that also later on the 14th of April onwards. But as of now, things are looking good, and your invisible half is getting active, so pay more attention to your family members, okay, rather than the outside world. All right. I'll just mention quickly the dates that are supposed to be taken care of. 21st, 22nd, don't make any decisions regarding your investments, travels, education. Don't initiate any kind of signing of documents also on the 21st, 22nd. Also, make sure that on 30th, 31st, and 2nd and 3rd also, take care of your travels in case you have to invest somewhere. So think twice. For charity, these days are good. 2nd, 3rd, and 30th, 31st. These are good dates for charitable purposes. Good for investments if you want to, then you can go in for investments on the 1st, 28th, and 29th. Very good days for investment. In case you have to take advice of your friends, this would be helpful again. It's positive for you. Mm, then I can just forewarn you for one more thing, that is, where is Pisces? 13th, 14th, 15th. 13th, 14th, 15th, you can have some clashes with your partner, a big fight. So be careful because, you're, as it is very aggressive with Mars in the 7th house zone, and pay more attention to your spouse, I would say, your partner. If at all you have to initiate any kind of relationship, so you should be doing it, this month. It's better that you have, just an emotional bonding rather than just the lust and the physical aspect. Okay. Have a deep relationship. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this month is very good for you for 2-3 reasons. A, Jupiter is going to be transiting through the Dhanishta Nakshatra. See, Jupiter going to the Dhanishta Nakshatra is going to elevate you financially. It's positive for you because Mars is a positive graha for you. It holds the cabinet of the 5th house, good for producing children, progeny. If at all you are heading to childbirth, it's positive. Sun and Venus are in your third house and then will be going to your fourth house zone. So you have to maintain your peace at the place of at home, at place of work, at but definitely it is going to give you a lot of connectivity also with your family members. It is actually the time to spend more time at home. With Venus also going there, maybe you'll be buying a vehicle, you will be feeling that you want to get connected with your home environment, change some make some changes at home, because this is your zone. You want to be at home and you want to just spend more time to strengthen the relationship with your family members. So this is going to be a foundational month for you. For that reason, spend more time, collective time together, and you can be able to pay attention to your financials also. And in case you're thinking of buying any kind of property, I think there can be some litigation you can involve in. So just be careful, because Saturn is going to be looking at the fourth house zone, and Venus and Sun will be in the fourth house, and Mars is in the sixth house. So this can bring about, there's a lot of energy, so it's better to work out, but at the same time, it can bring about some litigation also, or there is some conclusion that you'll be getting, some decision will be made with the Mars and Rahu there. Take care of your health, I would say. That's something that you have to be taking care of in Mars transiting here. But definitely, it is going to strengthen the home base, home environment, relationships, and nurturing you because of this time spent with your family members. Definitely, latter half of the month is very good. Before to that, it's good for communication with your siblings, neighbors, your writing skills, artistic you. So you can make the best use of this month for many reasons. Mercury is going to be transiting out of the second house and will be going to your third house zone. So that's also going to be bringing about some communication with your immediate environment. You're going to be making connections now. Maybe you will be going in for major investments that you have not been able to make, and you're going to be channelizing your efforts in the right direction. Now you're going to be very busy. You'll be doing all the paperwork, documentation with Mercury also gotten direct. So now you're charged up. So definitely a positive one for you. And in case you have to express or communicate your mind, you should be doing it with your partner, with your people around you, with your world that you move around in. So it's definitely going to be giving you that energy as well. Definitely a positive month for you for many, many reasons. Saturn in the second house does give you elevation in your financials as well. But you have to take care of your family members, and food habits, and follow the discipline, strict diet. Uh, see, Rahu and Ketu are going to be changing the Navmanshas. So it's better for you. Why? Because they were earlier in the Navmansha of 8th house and 2nd house. Now they're going to be in 1-7 axis in the Navmansha. Definitely it plays a very important role when they change Navmanshas, and it's going to be there till the May month. So if you have to make any changes, change of job, change of place, travels, getting into a relationship, all that you can just get activated when they are going to be in these Navmansha of Gemini and Sagittarius. I'll tell you the date. I've although mentioned in the beginning of part, it's going to be from the 14th of March till the 9th of May. All right, so you can make decisions regarding your rest of the decisions that you are not able to make once they change the Navmanshas. Also, I'm giving you the dates. You have to be careful on the 23rd, 24th, if at all you have to make decisions regarding your travels, relationships, investments, you have to be careful. These are the 2 dates you have to be just careful, because you can be going overboard in emotions or burst of emotions. You can just have too much of, you might just be crying, you might be just feeling that you need somebody or things during the 23rd, 24th. That can happen. That may be that, depending on your horoscope, maybe you are strong enough to face that, so you might not feel that impact, that rigorous impact. Second, third, and 30th, 31st, these are the 4 good dates for investments. So in case you have to go in for investments, party, or getting connected with your own people, very good time, utilize it. But you have to be careful on the 4th, 5th, while traveling, or signing any documents. Just make sure that you don't sign any documents without reading carefully on the 4th and the 5th. If at all you have to, you can't avoid it. 16th, 17th can be a big time clash with your partner. So make sure that you do not pick up any kind of rash, argumentative, you are not on that spree. So be careful about that. That's it. And I move on to Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, you have something positive this month, definitely. Sun is going to be in your second house with Venus in the first half, and then will be going towards the third house zone. So third house Sun is considered to be good. Mars is in your trine, good for you, being the lord of the Kendra in the trine. So it's positive for you. Mercury is going to be changing sign, coming to your second house, good for the elevation of financials. Your Bhagesh is, your luck lord is coming to your second house, definitely elevation in your financials. Um, or maybe you will be going in for some stock capital market investments, or you might be going overboard because it's the the lord is the eighth lord in the second. Okay, so this might bring about some investments this month. The second house transit of Sun and Venus is going to be more on the financial, making financials. You want to value something more, not the relationship, but financials more. So that is something which you will be, because that gives you security. But at the same time, you have to have that, to strike the balance. You need your own people when you have made good amount of money, isn't it, to spend. So you have to focus on the family values, your comfort zone, and leave your ego aside, so that you value everything whatever you have. Okay, you're paying more attention to what you have not got. So that is the only worry area when Sun and Venus are in the second house. Nothing wrong with it, but there are some things which are inexpensive. Okay, and they are your relationships, so they are valuable. So you utilize to be more with your family and take their support rather than going in for the money part, the financials. I know financials are required. We all depend on that is something which I will not speak on. We all are practical, and we need money to survive in this world. But at the same time, we must not forget that values are more important. Your self-esteem, self-respect, that is also very important, isn't it? Um, in fact, that's the foremost for people like me, especially, and I know my audience is the same, because whatever the interaction I'm having with my audience, I feel that they are more into their self-esteem, self-respect. They have a lot of willpower also, just like me. Thank you so much. And of course, Sun being transiting through the third house will give you more on the more inclination towards contacts and building contacts, building that in immediate with your immediate environment. You're going to be communicative, so it's going to enhance that. It is going to be more on the efforts that you have made. You're going to be paid off. That's the time. That is why Sun is very is healthy there, because it brings about that courage in you, that boldness, that willpower in you in this house, in this zone. And this is like, will give you more clarity also. This Sun coming to the third house gives you more connectivity with the people around you, makes you busy also in your work. You will be maybe, getting connected with your bosses, authoritative figures, government jobs will get sorted. And, you're going to be more on the working side, more on the result oriented side. So it's good. It's maybe, some short journeys are made often, some road journeys and all are made. And Venus going there is also going to be giving you that kind of energy again, connectivity with your people. So definitely positive. This month is positive because Venus is going to be exalted here, right? So in relationships, you'll be getting a lot of clarity, and it's going to be positive again. Mars is going to be in your fifth house, positive. Jupiter is going to be in the nakshatra of Dhanishta this month on the 4th of March till the 21st of May, positive for you. And it is going to be Mercury also transiting through your second house, again positive. Saturn is looking at the third house zone. It will give you a lot of restriction, and you'll be making decisions very carefully. Positive, I would say. Saturn is looking at your 10th house zone also. You will be working really, really hard. Rahu, Ketu are changing axis. They're going to be in the axis of 6 and 12 in Navmansha, that is Gemini and Sagittarius. That is going to be from the 14th of March to the 9th of May. They're going to be changing the Navmansha. So that is also going to be bringing about some change at the place of work. Positive for you for investments, making decisions regarding buying and purchasing and selling of property, litigations. Maybe you're already having some litigation and you're going to be having some clarity there as well. Positive for you. And in case you have to make any decisions regarding your investments, you should be doing it either on the 4th, 5th, or you should be making some major decisions on the 18th, 19th, 20th, or especially for your investment purpose. These are very good dates. Be careful on the 25th, 26th, 27th regarding your love affairs, romance, scandals, if at all you can get entrapped in. Be careful. I think rest of the month is good. I will be making the weekly. Stay tuned. I'll be giving you the dates more closely there. So do stay tuned. I'll be sharing with you off and on what is coming up. For Aquarius natives now, it's a long video, so I will be sharing with you the timestamps as well after the video gets rendered. So for Aquarius natives, the Lord of the Lagna, that is the ascendant Lord, is in your 12th house. So this brings about some, it's like too much of expenditures, or it's a loss of self. Maybe you're traveling or you're away from the place where you're born. You've gone away from the place where you were born, or you're thinking of, your mindset is such that you want to leave the place now. So with Sun Venus in the first house gives you that kind of ego clashes with your father, with the people around you, female counterparts. You can have some confusion. So you have to sort it out. In the second house zone, when they transit in the latter half of the month, so this will bring about something to do with regarding your when Venus and Sun are transiting through your second house, it is going to elevate your financials. It is going to give you elevation. Your thought process changes, but do not give up on your family values. Get connected with your family. Do not have those ego clashes with the family members. It definitely is going to give you that kind of elevation as well, if at all you have that kind of mindset, because your roots, you should never forget, and this is your roots. Second house is your family. So and it is your eyesight also. It's your eye. It's your right eye, and the 12th house is your left eye. So these are very these two houses are very important, because you see the world this way. Okay, this is the zone where you see the world. This is your teeth region also. So you might be going in for some transplant or something to do with your facial improvement. But be careful. Yes, I have to tell you, when Venus is combust, you should not going in for you should never go in for any kind of beauty treatment which requires fillers or anything which is going to tone up your your body. So any kind of surgical process which is going to you should avoid. You should not make any major decisions regarding your beauty treatments, regarding your buying of heavy, expensive products at home. You should avoid all that. And Mars is and Rahu are in your Kendra, so definitely some change coming your way. Rahu and Ketu are going to be changing their Navmanshas, so something to do with some confusion with your spouse or your partner can happen. You're going to be very creative. Be careful in your investments when Ketu is in your 11th house Navmansha. See, it is going to be in Sagittarius, so it does give you that kind of introvertness. You don't want to be with the people around you. You don't want to socialize. Ketu detaches you. Ketu is suddenness also. You might just break up with your own people. So there's no point doing all that. Life is short. Why keep those kind of differences with your own people? Just sort it out. Okay. What happens when you have the differences building up? If it is getting very sour, then it's better to break up and move on. That's put an end. That's it. But if you feel that you can survive this relationship, you should put your best to make this relationship work. Make everything towards positive. Then you should not be giving up. But at the same time, if you feel that this is not this is stale, this is sour, this is not going to work, then there's no point just fixing it. It's better to move on. So that's something that you should follow. And as it is, this zone, which is Sagittarius zone, is a very it looks for freedom. It looks for detachment. Basically, you are on a very different world. You have learned your lesson of life, and now you want to just go ahead, move on. So when Ketu is in this Navmansha of Sagittarius, you will feel those kinds of energies. When Ketu was in Sagittarius last year, how did you feel? Right? So similar kind of energies you'll be feeling in the 11th house zone with your own friend circle when Ketu is in the Navmansha of Sagittarius, and that's going to be happening from the 14th of March to the 9th of May. So make sure that you don't make decisions regarding your breakups or your, there can be hiccups there, and there can be some problems in your investments as well. Uh, but on the face of it, yes, Rahu and Mars are in your fourth house. You might be buying an old kind of a house, old property, and just redoing it later. Um, Sun and Venus are going to be transiting. Mercury is going to be transiting out of your 12,000, will be in your first house zone. So good for investments. Very good time for making decisions regarding your education. If you have to, some deep subjects, research, you're research oriented. So you will be making decisions regarding those when Mercury is going to be in your first house zone. So definitely a good month for you. If at all you have to make decisions regarding your travels and all or your investments, do not do it when on the 1st, 28th, 29th. So these are the dates you should be avoiding making decisions. Hasty decisions, transformative energies you will be going through. You will have some problems during this time in making any kind of decisions. So avoid. Also on the, if you have to make any major decisions regarding your investments, good dates are 6th, 7th, 8th. 6th, 7th, 8th are very good dates. And so is 21st and 22nd. 21st, 22nd is not good for romance. There can be some clashes in romance, in fact. So be careful while making decisions regarding your romance also. Okay. That's it, I think, for Aquarius. I've given all the days. There are festivals, new moon, full moon. So just make a note of all those. If you want to fast or if you want to do something related to all those energies, you can be doing it when it is, it's said that on Triyodashi, on Chaturdashi, you should be doing all this. Or on Chaturthi, you can be fast. You can fast. Okay. Coming to the last sign, yes, Pisces have to wait for such a long time. So for Pisces natives, your Lagnesh definitely is going to be in the is in the 11th house. Your Lagnesh is well positioned and is going to be in the Dhanishta Nakshatra also. So definitely it is going to be bringing about some growth prospects, communication with the people, some kind of decisions you'll be making regarding your investments. Mercury is also going to be coming out of the 11th house. Before that, you should be making decisions because Mercury has gotten direct and it is not going to be building those financials because it is, after all, the fourth and the seventh lord as well in the 11th house, positive for you. In case you have to travel, you can be doing it. Expenditures on cards, something to do with the maybe you are going to be having some kind of investment problems, if you don't take advice of your father. You should be seeking advice of your friends or your father like figures. Stick on to your family values, whatever said and done, you can go haywire in making decisions until unless you take help of your own people. Because whenever sun goes into the Pisces sign, which is happening after the 14th of the month, so this can bring about some confusion in your investments and in making decisions. Why? Because this is a zone where Jupiter rules basically, and Venus exalts. And when Sun goes there, it combusts. It combusts Venus also, and it combusts Jupiter as well. Whenever Sun is in Pisces sign, whenever Sun is in Sagittarius sign, Jupiter automatically gets combust. So what happens? Making decisions regarding your workplace, decisions regarding your own self, whatever your mindset is, it changes. So it does get illuminated at the same time because sun is the illumination, willpower, strength. But at the same time, your Lagnesh is getting combust because sun is, the ego also. So whenever there is ego, there is no place for anything else. You will not be able to make any decisions when sun is transiting through the Pisces sign correctly. Because what happens when you are self-respect is different. if it's about self-esteem and self-respect, I think you should never give up on that. But you should not compromise. But when it is ego, then it is definitely going to be making you do wrong things. In relationships also, you will make wrong decisions. And at workplace also, you can have clashes with your bosses and seniors, also with your coworkers. So how do you manage all this? That's up to you. Because I'm here to forewarn you, I'm here to tell you what exactly can happen. So if you want to avoid all that, you have to tame that ego of yours. Let that ego go, and only then you'll be successful. Venus is going to be in your first house, exalted, good for relationships. It's combust, so it can give you some problems in relationships, or decision making can regarding your, you get lack of clarity in relationships. Maybe you're having a lot of tiff fights, arguments, and then you part. And then once Venus gets the power back, it is coming back to the out of the combustion, then you realize that you shouldn't have done that. So do not make any kind of decision which backfires. With Venus combustion, it can happen in relationships. I've seen people breaking up and then repenting later. So do not. And if at all you feel that you are suffocated in this, claustrophobic in this relationship, no harm. Just go ahead. You will get that clarity as well. There are people who will be feeling these energies, two different energies, extremes, definitely dependent upon your personal chart. So make a decision. If at all you have to part ways, do it when Venus is in the exaltation sign, and it's going to be looking at your seventh house zone. A lot of clarity also you will get. Mars and Rahu are in your third house, good for selling off the property. If at all you have to sell off any land, property, you'll get good price. If you have to go in for some investments, Mercury is going to be in the 11th house of yours in the first half of the month. Make decisions regarding investments, crypto, foreign land, foreign currency, travels, all that you will be making. Education, higher learning, you will be making all those decisions. In case you have to, meet somebody, regarding your marriage and all. So maybe that's the partner is from your known circle. Could be that you are not getting that clarity, so I'm giving you that clarity also. It could be that you meet that partner and propose to that partner as well. Saturn is going to be looking at your first house zone, with when Sun, Venus are also going to be there. So this gives you a lot of restrictive energy. Restrictive energy is means discipline. If you don't follow the discipline, then it's difficult for you. With the government authorities, you will have problems. With the seniority, in seniority level, you will have problem, or you will have problems at your place of work. Maybe you're not promoted, you're demoted instead. Or if you don't follow that discipline that Saturn wants you to. Rest of the planets are good. When Ketu and Rahu are changing Navamansha, you will be going in for some change. Okay. So make sure that you don't make any decisions on the second and third regarding your investments, education, finance, buying and selling of property. Also on the 30th and 31st. These are the 4 days you have to avoid. Good time to make decisions would be 9th and 10th, as well as on the 23rd and 24th. These are the 2 good dates which you can make decisions regarding your investments and financials, and elevation is there. It's visible. But there can be clashes on these dates with your partner. Arguments can go, the heated arguments can happen. So you have to exactly, make sure that you do not do such things during this time. All right. Rest of the planetary positions are very good, because 12th house is getting cleared, and so is your Dhanishta Nakshatra activation of your Lagnesh, which is again very positive. All right. So this was it for the 12 zodiac signs. Stop share. Yeah. So this was it, and I hope you all enjoyed the video and you understood what I wanted to convey. So let's hope for the best for a good month, I'm sure. Enjoy Holi, the festival of colors. A very happy Holi to all of you, and have a blessed Mahashivratri as well. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat. Oh, there were so many chats also.